Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is Tasha M. Dyer, and this is your BYOB, Be Your Own Bank Power Start Training Call. Tonight, this call is about you specifically, you building distribution centers and ATMs. That's what this call is about. You are on this call because you have made a decision that you want to create that legacy and you want to leave it all around the world. You want to, in addition to learning the skill set of trading, you want to create that is going to set you free financially. So welcome. Welcome to the Be Your Own Bank Power Start Training Call. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tasha M. Dyer, and I am no different than the rest of you all on this call. We've had the same parents. We've done the same things. I am U.S. Army Major Retired, a financial advisor. So yes, that's who I am and that's what I've done. I have my MBA. I'm a demonstrated senior logistician. So and why is all of that important? It's important because I did what our parents taught us to do. It's important because I've done what was required. I've done what we were told. What did society tell us? Society said, go to school, get good grades, go to college and get you one of those good jobs, right? That's what society told us that was required and what we needed to do. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm on this call just like you. So whatever accomplishments that you have behind your name, whatever sheets of paper that you have behind your name, whatever it is that you have actually accomplished and what you've done, I'm here to let you know that that's not what leaves the legacy. See, those degrees are not transferable. That does not create wealth. None of that does. It might get you a paycheck and it might pay those bills, but it does not create wealth. And it also does not leave that legacy. It is not, I cannot transfer this skill set to my children. I cannot transfer that skill set to my children's children. So it's very, very important that you understand why you're on this call. So I'm going to begin by asking you a question. And I hope you have that pen and paper. But the first question I'm going to ask you is, are you wealthy? Are you wealthy? Are you wealthy? And I'm going to pause for just a moment so you can answer. Now, hopefully the answer was yes. And I don't mean healthy in spirit and healthy in love and healthy because none of that pays one bill. When you get that medical diagnosis, see, remember, we got the same parents, so I've heard it all. When you get that medical diagnosis and they tell you that you need that operation or they give you something, when you get all of that stuff, they're not going to tell you, they're not going to allow you to pay that bill with your health. They're not going to allow you to pay that bill with your love. No, when I say wealthy, it's not any of those things. I mean financially, because that's what bridges the gap with everything. Finances is what bridges that gap for everything. So now when wealthy, I'm going to be very specific now. Are you a billionaire? And then I'm asking you, are you a billionaire? Millionaire, then billionaire. And see, I'm very specific, and I'm specific for a reason. Because I need your answer to be yes. What we do is we think it, then we speak it, then we perform it. We think it, then we speak it, and then we perform it. Understand that. So it has to happen in our hearts first. It has to happen in our hearts, in our minds, in order for it to manifest. That is where it all begins. So This is why I began with that question. And I want you to understand that you have to be very specific. So the next thing that you want to have to understand is I'm going to ask you, and we're going to begin with the 5 mindset principles. See, what I just said to you and what I just mentioned is that mindset is so very important. You will not accomplish anything if your mindset is not right. So it begins with your mindset. So I'm going to ask you, what is your compelling why? What is your reason, your cause, your purpose that you were put on this earth? Why are you here? See, each and every last one of us has a cause. Each and every last one of us has a purpose. See, God knew us before we were born. So we were all ordained and we were all given a purpose in life. So what is yours? See, you have to get everything else out of the way. And you have to understand that all of those things that you are and all of the things that you're going to become, you have a compelling why. And you have to be specific about your why. See, that why has to make you cry. What is it that your why is? That why has to make you cry. Your why cannot be very plain and generic. So when I say, what is your why? What is your compelling why? I do not want to hear leave a legacy. I do not want to hear financial freedom. See, that's very, 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 very generic. It's too generic, as a matter of fact, because what does that mean? Your why is applicable to you. See, you could say leave a legacy, and that applies to me. You could, that will apply to everybody on this call. And see, when I asked the question initially, and I asked you, were you wealthy? I asked you the way I asked you for a reason. I asked you the way I asked you on purpose. I asked you wealthy because it was very general. And then I asked you, I went through stages and I went through steps because I wanted to know where your mindset was at. And I wanted to invoke some thought-provoking thoughts. And I wanted to know if you were actually a billionaire. And when I asked you wealth, did your mind actually go to billions, or were you just thinking about wealth? No, I need to know. So your compelling why. See, if I ask you, what type of house do you want? You'll get down to the nuts and bolts. You know where the pictures go on the wall. You know how many garages you want. You know how many bathrooms it can be. See, back in the day, they used to only have one bathroom in the house, and they were excited about that bathroom. So if I took you to a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house, because you told me you wanted 3 bedrooms, you might not be excited about that. Because you know exactly what it is that you're looking for. You know exactly what it is. So if I ask you, what is your why? You give me something generic like, oh, I just want financial freedom. No, I need you to get specific. Because if you can get specific about material things, that is not even the cause, that is just something that you're going to sell in 3 to 5 years, something that you might not even have past 10 years. Why can't you get specific about your life? The cause, the reason, the purpose that you were ordained to be on this earth. I need you to know what your why is. I need to know what compels you. I need you to know what moves you. That is a compelling why. Because if you buy into that why, there is nothing that will stop you from achieving it. There is nothing that will stop you from that success, because you know who you are. You know why you are who you are. That is a compelling why. And then number 2 is your burning desire. Your burning desire is a fuel. That burning desire is fuel that is from the inside of you. That is a burning desire. See, a burning desire is a necessity of success. A burning desire is not something that I bring to the table for you. A burning desire is not something that I can give you. A burning desire is not something that Mr. Rogers can give you. A burning desire is something that only you bring to the table. Because understand, life is going to happen to everyone. It's just, how do you handle life? So does life happen to you, or do you happen to life? See, a burning desire it determines how you handle those obstacles. A burning desire is what determines if you push past those obstacles or do you fold. That burning desire is your flame. It's what's on the inside of you. That is what a burning desire is. See, I heard a quote that says, you got to want success as bad as you want to breathe. Understand that wanting success as bad as you want to breathe. Think about the breath that I'm talking about. See, right now I'm breathing, but I'm not even thinking about it. See, you're breathing, but you're not even thinking about it because you're taking notes. You're thinking about those notes. But if I was to cut off your oxygen supply, you will fight, and you will fight for that last breath. If you were fighting for that breath, you would not care about the news. If you were fighting for the breath, you would not care about your bills. If you were fighting for your breath, you would not care about the negative bank account. If you were fighting for that breath, you would not care about anything but getting that next breath, because it's a necessity of life. See, that's how bad you have to want success. That's what that burning desire, you have to be bought into it like that, because that burning desire is going to push you to make sure you obtain that compelling why. That is when you are going to be successful. You have to want it like you want to breathe. And number 3 is commitment. Commitment. It's non-negotiable. Your commitment. Are you committed to you? Are you committed to you? We often get committed to everything. Commitment. See, we get committed to church. We get committed to families. We get committed to our jobs. That's the biggest one. Our jobs. Think about it. You go to work, most people, Monday through Friday. On Sunday night, we're posting on Facebook. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. It's tomorrow, Monday. So it ruins our Sunday because we're thinking about Monday. We're thinking about Monday. We're excited about Friday. When we dread the whole week. And then during the week, we can't even enjoy the evening with our families because I'm so tired. We bring it home. And then we thinking about the next day or what we didn't do at work. Because we're so committed to that job that we don't even commit to ourselves or our family. We over-committed to that job. But when do you commit to yourself? When it comes time for you, are you committed to you or are you tired? Are you committed to you to do something for yourself? Are you going to say yes to you? It's a reason why when you get on that airplane, when that oxygen mask drops, they say put the mask on yourself first. See, that's the only way that you can save your children. That's the only way that you can save your family. That's the only way that you can get back to the life that you love and you deserve. Why would that be any different? Where do you think that came from? You got to save yourself. And do you see how that correlates? Because you need that breath. When I commit to saving myself, I get that oxygen that I need. That's that burning desire. Do you see how that correlates? Do you see how you get it? And then I can actually get back to the life, the reason I was put here on this earth. Do you see how all that ties together? So you got to commit to you. And then everything that you desire, everything that your heart desires, everything that you're passionate about, everything that you love, it would actually happen. And then number 4 is being coachable. Being coachable. That means follow the steps to success. That means follow the yellow brick road. Follow the steps to success. Don't try to memorize the steps. Don't try to understand the steps. Understand that you have to do what the coach says do. See, this is not an amateur sport. If you have someone that has actually achieved the success with where you're trying to go, then what you do is execute. Because that means that what you understand is that where you're trying to go is where they've already been. Success leaves clues. That's just not a slogan that somebody made up. It's actually facts and reality. Success leaves clues, and so does failure. So who are you going to listen to, and what path are you on? So if I wanted to be an amateur, then just go play amateur golf. Because everything has amateur and everything has success. But in order to be success, you got to put in the work. You got to be willing to do what it takes. You got to be willing to commit to yourself. You got to be willing to do what the coach says do, because the coach sees in you something. The coach sees something great in you. The coach knows that you have a talent, because you were on his call. You're here because obviously there's something inside of you. And it's the coach's job to pull that out. When you got a professional sport, a professional talent of anything, the coach is going to pull all that out. And he knows how to collectively get us all to work together in order to pull all of that out so we can take the BYOB to the next level. That is how 1 million families get financially impacted and financially educated, financially impacted. That is how by the 28th of March, 2021 is going to happen. Because if he's done it before, it's going to happen again. But my question is, when you know that they've done it, when you know that it's been done, when you know that you know, are you willing to follow the yellow brick road and be coachable? Or are you going to question what the coach says do? Are you going to execute? Are you going to say, yes, coach, and make it happen? Or are you going to sit back and just watch from the sideline? Are you coachable? Because it's going to happen. It's just, are you part of the process? Are you going to be part of the movement? Are you going to get in the game? And number 5 is belief. Belief. What do you believe to be true? Do you believe in yourself? What do you believe? See, you can't fool me. You cannot fool yourself. See, what's in your heart is what's going to manifest. So you have to believe it and you have to say it. I am a master trader. I am a $1 million earner. I am that. I know that I am. Because when you don't believe, have you ever asked somebody and say, you know what, how you doing today? And they was like, oh, I'm wonderful. But the look on their face, the way they slouched over, the way their body language is, says something completely different. You're that person. You have to believe. Do you believe that we have your best interest at heart? Do you believe in the BYOB? Do you believe that you can be your own bank? See, you have to believe. You have to think like a bank. See, it has to be in your heart. Think like a bank. Act like a bank so you can be your own bank. You have to believe. And see, those are the 5 mindset principles. That's what that is. That is the 5 mindset principles. Now, we also said you think it, then you speak it, then you perform it. So now you want to speak it. Understand that your mouth was designed to generate wealth. So if your mouth was designed to generate wealth, that means communication is key. Communication. That means you have to open your mouth. This is about relationships. This is about relationships. So you have to open your mouth. So number 1 means I relate to people. This is a relationship business. This is about relationships. Understand, I told you who I was, Tasha M. Dyer, at the beginning of this call. But remember, I was once on the other side of this call. I was once someone who didn't know anything about the BYOB or how I could be my own bank. See, I was that person as well. But it was because someone was not scared to open their mouth that I'm on this call. It was because someone was able to relate to people. They were able to relate to me that I'm on this call. And that is why that is so important. See, this information is so powerful. This information is so important. This information that you have of knowledge, that you're on this call because someone shared this information with you. It is life-changing. That is what it is. So you have to remember that you do not want to quiet your voice, but you want to make sure you share it properly. Now, we share through time, job, or money. Remember, if someone has a lot of time, that means that they either don't have a lot of money because they don't have a job. They don't have a job because they got a lot of time. They don't have a lot of money because they have a lot of time. And then if somebody has a job, they don't have a lot of time because they spend all their time at that job. Remember what I just said? They also don't have a lot of money because your employer will never pay you enough to be their neighbor. Remember that. They are the business owner and they're in it for profit. There is no such thing as nonprofit other than a tax status. They are in business for profit. They're the ones taking all the risk. They're the ones that's going to be in profit. And if you have a lot of money, that means you don't have a lot of time because you spend all your time making all that money. So you want to make sure you relate to people through their belief system. Remember, we were all on that same cycle. All of us on the same cycle. Go to school, get good grades, go to college and get a good job, right? And we all was on the same thing, buying into that same retirement system that does not work. Remember, I told you, I am a financial advisor. When I retired, that is what I did for a living. I sat down with people and wrote retirement plans. I planned it out. But that retirement plan, when it was enacted, who was retiring under our parents and grandparents? So I'm going to be the first person to tell you, look around and look at your parents and your grandparents and see what they're doing right now. So if you're anywhere around my age, or anywhere around my age, which is 44 years old, you look around and you look at my parents and my grandparents' age, and how is their retirement going? So if you're not willing to sign up for that same system that they bought into, understand that system is designed to give you about 8% return. 8%. So if you get 10 to 12%, you're doing phenomenal. So even with what I'm sharing with you right now, if you step out and you get it 50% right, and what we've developed and what we've been able to do, people are knocking this out. I'm excited. Somebody just posted some results and have been learning and in the academy a week. And she already trading. A week. But even if you got it 50% right, 50%, you're doing better than if you did nothing. But these results give you 92. So yes, I'm going to say the disclaimer that past profits don't guarantee future results, but it's 92% or higher. And I can tell you that. So, and I'm going to tell you that without any sympathy. I'm going to tell you that without being sympathetic. Because when you retire, and that's when you find out, nobody is sympathetic when you can't go back to them and say, hey, guess what? This didn't work out for me. Can we make some changes? Hey, this didn't work out for me. I need a little extra money. Hey, this didn't work out for me. I can't make it off of this. Hey, this didn't work out for me. So no, I'm not being sympathetic. When that job plan doesn't work, it doesn't work like that. They gave you a schedule one time. Don't show up to work and find out what happened. Number 2, edify. Edify simply means build up. That's all it means. So understand this. You want to edify the foreign exchange market. It does not matter what you have done or not done in the foreign exchange market. Understand, the foreign exchange market is the largest financial market in the world. It is the largest financial market in the world. Okay? That means it's larger than the credit market. And I'm saying that because we all know what credit is. You bought your house on credit. You buy your car on credit. A lot of people got clothes on credit. Okay? But it is the largest it is the largest financial market in the world. So understand, that's trading at $5.3 trillion a day. And with cryptocurrency, that is over 11 trillion. So that's the foreign exchange market. It has been around so long that it's in the Bible. So when I say edify, it doesn't matter what Tasha M. Dyer does. It does not matter what my trades look like. It does not matter what your trades look like, because we're riding the wave of the market. My bank, if you have money with a financial in any financial institution, because banks, insurance companies, any financial institution, this is where our money is. They're trading. Why, turn on Bloomberg and find out. So that is your validation right there. It does, nothing else matters. The world uses this market. Matter of fact, if you have a Facebook account, right? Facebook is a household name. You're not going to find anybody right now that does not have a Facebook account. And if they don't have a Facebook account, they know what it is. And it's only a handful of people that still don't. Facebook has developed a cryptocurrency coin that is releasing next year. But they also have partnered. They have MasterCard, Visa, the two major merchant services, $10 million each into that, right? And Uber, right? So that's all edification. So what Tasha M. Dyer trades look like is completely irrelevant. We are riding the wave of the market. And then the company. What is IML? IML is an educational platform. That is what it is. It is an educational platform. It is not tied to a broker. It is no different than you enrolling in your local university. It is no different than you enrolling in your local community college. You are learning a skill set. So if it took you a month, if it took you 6 months, even if it took you a year, it's not. But if you commit to the process, isn't it worth it? It is worth it. But if I can tell you that my 4-year-old daughter, under the strategy that I created, my 4-year-old daughter can teach you the strategy and tell you how you can be in profit. Someone can get enrolled who just got enrolled over a week ago, right at a week now, and she's on the charts. Don't overcomplicate it. The company gives you the educational tools, the educational platform that's going to put you in profit. And then the industry. It is what it is. It's called direct sales. That's what this company is. But when we're talking about coaching, we have the best of the best. Because you have someone with the likes of Mr. Gerald D. Rogers who's written compensation plans for companies. You have the one with the likes of Mr. Gerald D. Rogers who has built organizations of over 30,000 individuals. But even still, let me help you understand what that is. I just told you, Tasha M. Dyer, U.S. Army Major retired. How many presidents do we have? We have one president. But yet, I was in the military. How many privates are there? Many. So so he's in charge of the overall military. So how does direct sales work? You got somebody, we talk about, you hear it all the time. Oh, but somebody's going to be over me. Yes, and we got a president over the entire military. You got a CEO of a company over the entire company. But I want to break this down for you even more. They had a company called Netflix, right? There was this company called Netflix. We used to go to Blockbuster. And what did Netflix do? Netflix said, I want to go direct. You heard that word? Direct to the consumer. So many people, oh no, that's not going to work. Oh no, those naysayers, right? Oh no, direct to the consumer. You're not going to want to get something shipped to your house. Well, guess what? Now there is no more Blockbusters, but now you can stream Netflix. So then what happened is Walmart hit the scene. They changed the way we do distribution. So you're on this call because you want to create your own distribution center. That is what it is, because you're now going direct to the consumer. Direct to the consumer. And that's what it is. So when you're doing that, what did Walmart do? Shut down Kmart and shut down every other store that refused to adjust. And now Amazon started with books. And I remember ordering my books when I was in school from Amazon. So they gave competition to the universities. But what they did is they went direct to the consumer. Direct. So this is the industry that we're in. We give the consumer an option, and we went direct to the consumer. And now Amazon even made Walmart change the scene, but yet Amazon made Walmart rethink and redo the way they do business. And now we're in a retail apocalypse because people are going direct to the consumer. So you're in the right space at the right time doing the right thing. That is where you are. And you're doing it in an industry with changes, and on top of a wave where you're learning the financial market, changing legacies, doing the right thing at the right time. That's what you're doing. And you want to make sure you edify your business partners. Your business partners. Tasha Dyer, BYOB leadership, be your own bank. Mr. Jody Rogers, he is the spokesperson of the web analyzer. The spokesperson. Understand this. The company gets to hear from him. You log onto the software and the tools. He was in investment banking. So when you log onto the tools, his credibility is why he's there. What he's done is why he's there. And the company gets to hear from him, but you get to be coached and mentored by him. How phenomenal and significant is that? What does that do when you're speaking to someone? Oh, my coach and my mentor. What does that do when you have a call that you're trying to promote? My coach and my mentor is the spokesperson for the web analyzer. What does that do? And my coach and my mentor created a strategy that is also putting people in a position of profit, because we can enroll, we can learn the tools, we learn a strategy, and we're in profit within our first 30 days. What does that do for you, for your business? And Dr. Craig Bythewood has a PhD in economics and finance. I want you to think about how big that is. He's our business partner. So when you get that degree, over 25 years experience, when you get that degree, you want to be a CFO, a consultant, an educator. Check. He's done it. But that's your business partner. That call should never be empty. That call should always be packed out. You should always have a guest on that call. A talk with the finance doctor, your RX for Forex. That is the BYOB. That is laid out for you, for your success, because the goal, the mission is 1 million families by the 28th of March, 2021. That's why it's laid out the way that it is. It's for the ultimate success of you. And then we want to promote the information that I just gave you. You want to promote that information. See, you control the frequency. You control the attitude. You control what comes out of your mouth. See, remember, communication is the key to success. Communication. But what are you saying? How are you saying it? What are you saying? See, communication is the key to success. Communication. The hashtags. BYOB challenge. The hashtags. BYOB challenge. You could be trading. You could be trading. Nobody likes to be told what to do. So it's not should, it's you could be trading. BYOB cash out. That's where people are winning. What are you promoting? Think about Starbucks. So this man get people to leave their house and go get some coffee that don't even taste that good and pay $6. I'm a coffee drinker. I'm sorry. It's hard to have a conversation with your own children in the morning if you haven't had a cup of coffee. If you're not a coffee drinker, then if you know one, then you might understand. But if you're a coffee drinker, you understand what I'm saying. It's not easy. But how did he promote it? He promoted it in such a way that people like myself were willing to deal with their attitudes. And he promoted it. See his communication. What did he say? How did he do it? We get dressed and deal with life without that coffee and detour and pay for it? And that's not even something that we need, to be honest with you. But this is something that people need. This is a skill set that people need. This is changing people's lives, financially impacting, financially empowering. So what are you saying? What are you doing? How are you promoting it? That's what's important, because you have to create that value. Are you giving value to your conversation? Are you giving value? Are you ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank? You have to give it value. Are you giving it value? And then fear of loss. Number 4 is fear of loss. Fear of loss. See, we're not normally we're motivated. We're motivated when we get scared that we're going to lose something. That's when we're motivated. We're motivated when we're scared we're going to lose something. See, there was no holidays in June, but it was one in May. See, we got a dry spell coming up on the 4th, but it was one in May. And the one that we just passed was Memorial Day. How many people did you hear say Happy Memorial Day? How many barbecues did you see? How many sales did you see? Furniture sales, car sales, all this stuff. Do you really know what Memorial Day? How many times did you tell a soldier Happy Memorial Day? Do you know what Memorial Day is? It is probably the saddest day to any soldier out there. It is the worst holiday out there. To any veteran, it is the worst day of service. But yet somehow, because of the way it's promoted, you get people focused on sales and purchasing things because they're scared they're going to miss out on a sale, because they're scared they're going to miss out on something. When it's a day that's supposed to honor the fallen, you see how that promoting spun it around? When we should be honoring the fallen, it's not even about the veteran that's living. It's about the fallen. But you out buying cars. You're out shopping, buying furniture because they put a sale. You're scared you're going to miss out on something because now they've made it a shopping day. So that's what fear of loss is. But understand, what does that mean for your business? What does that mean? It means that you have something in your hands that is so powerful. You have something in your hands that is so dynamic that if you do not take advantage of it right now. Did you hear what I said about Facebook? Did you hear what I said about Facebook? Do you understand that Visa and MasterCard are the 2 most powerful merchant service processing out there? Did you hear what I said? Miss the wave if you want to. Keep your mouth shut if you want to. People are going to be upset with you because you have information and did not give it to them. Let them make their own decision. Let them make their own decision that they did not want to be a part of the process. Because then you can say, well, I tried to tell you. This information is so powerful. But that fear of loss, if you promote it right, if you say it right, if you share it right with that sense of urgency, if you promote it because you control, because the reality is you got something more powerful than Starbucks. You got something more powerful than Amazon. You got something, that shift was nothing compared to what you have. This is phenomenal. This is dynamic. They do not want to miss it. So what are you saying? How are you promoting it? How are you sharing it? What are you talking about? Are you talking about I got a business opportunity. Wrong answer. So I'm going to talk to you in just a minute, but first I want to let you know the vision, because number 5 is vision talk. Vision talk. We made a decision. BYOB. What's your vision? See, you have your own. You're the CEO of your own business. You are the CEO. See, Be Your Own Bank has made a decision that we're going to financially educate, financially impact 1 million families by the 28th of March, 2021. So my question, we have movements in that though. Women Teach Forex, Boots to Banks, Faith and Finance, Millennials Owning Banks. They got to impact 1 million families too. What are you doing? 1 million families. But how do we do that? How does this get done? How do we do that? I'm going to share a 1-page PDF because it is just this simple. So bear with me as I pull it up. It's coming. It's a 1-page PDF. This 1-page PDF. It's just this simple. Now, we got step 1, step 2, and step 3. Step 1 is you get started. You create your story. You do that. You get enrolled. The enrollment is $325. $325. And let me help you understand. Yes, there are other options when you log on. But if you were going to open a McDonald's franchise, right? What are you going to open it without the arches? Do you open it without the shake machine? You want all the options. You want everything that is out there to help you become successful. IML has tools and software. When I told you, you enroll, you learn the tools, and put yourself in profit in the first 30 days. For me to stand behind that statement, that means you have access to the tools. You have access to the software. You have access to all the education. That is how we make it happen. Now, you enroll. Then you want to go through the process. There's a PDF that says steps to success. It's called Getting Started. It lays it out. You want to make sure you follow the checklist. Now, get enrolled. As you do that, now you're going to go through that. You want to go through the IML Academy. When you go through the academy, you want to make sure you do that. And in IML TV, you want to go through Forex 101 and Forex Basics. You also, in IML Academy, you want to go through the technical analysis. Now, you want to get your demo account and you want to start practicing. Remember, you're a professional. I'm going to say it again. You are a professional. Professionals, you act like a CEO and a professional. Professionals operate without emotions. You professionals, I'm a football fanatic, okay? When football come on, they have to go through preseason. I don't like preseason, but it's important. That's where they take all the skills that they've learned in camp. They're working with the people that they drafted. They're working with all the changes they made from team to team. They're doing everything that they did, all the new plays that they got, and they come together and they work it out. They take everything because you don't know how you're going, even though I know it, I still got to put it together. I still got to run the plays. So guess what? A demo account is where I run the plays. They don't just go straight into the season running the plays. They get in preseason, and it's just like you in the game, though. You still have the NFL TV. You still on TV. You still got people in the stands. You still got the commentators. You still have all of that stuff. That's a demo account. So you're still in the market. So that's what you have to do first. And then we want to share. Step 2 is share. Get you a sheet of paper and write down 100 names. That is 100. I mean 100. You strive for 5. That is 5 a day. Understand? And when I say write it out, I'm not meaning on your phone. We're not scrolling through your contacts. You got a notebook and a sheet of paper and a pen, and you write it out. And you want to search for people who want to multiply money. That is what you're looking for. And your 10 flat tire friends. If we can go to the movies, if we can text, if we can have a conversation, if we went to church, if we did anything, if I can call you in the middle of the night because I got a flat tire, guess what? You are my flat tire friend. If we can talk about the movies, we can talk about your finances. Changing, you learning a skill set that will change your life. And then we want to talk about 25 most successful. Guess what? Everybody thought I was successful. So did I. I am successful. I have done a lot of things successful. A lot of you on this call have done a lot of things successful. And by rightfully so. Congratulations. But guess what? Successful people understand success. And you want to look for people that's been more successful than you. Because successful people understand success. And they're always looking for opportunity. So you don't want to stop at the people that have only done what you've done. You're not looking for people that just want to make a little extra money. No, what you have is life changing. What you have is significant, because if this moves the currency of the world, did you hear when I said it's the largest financial market in the world? So understand the significance behind the power of the skill set that you're learning. So no, this is not, oh, I need a few extra dollars. This is the largest financial market in the world. This is the largest skill set. This is the best skill set you will ever have. And it's the best thing that you can ever leave your children. It's the best thing that you can ever leave a legacy with. It's the best thing that you can ever do to break generational curses. It's the best thing you can ever do. Remember when we thought balancing a checkbook was? We're teaching our children financial matters. This is it. And you want to contact 5 people a day. Did you hear me? 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day, 5 a day. It's just that simple. Now you want to earn your money back. How do you do that? With a BYOB launch call. In your first 72 hours, you want to have your VIP. Your first 72 hours, you have your BYOB VIP call. And then you have another one at 7 and 14 days. You invite a minimum of 40 people, 20 confirm, 10 show up. Let me help you understand that. You have a virtual store. If you've ever gone window shopping, I have, you have, whether you meant to or not, you've done it. So understand, you have to create the foot traffic. A CEO, you have to get unemotional and unattached to a response. A CEO does not care that I walked in his store and walked out. He only cares about the ones who actually purchase. That's it. He don't care. You cannot get caught up in the emotions and responses of the ones that don't want their life changed. It's okay. We'll go to the movies next week. But understand, I'm learning a skill set right now. Understand that I got bigger and better things that I have to do. Because this is important. This move is too massive. So 40 people. You know how many people, have you ever walked in a store and picked something up and left it at the register? See, those are the ones that show up and say, you know what? It's not for me. You know, you pick that meat up at the meat department and change your mind and say what you don't want to cook. That's that person. But you cannot be emotionally attached to the response. You're looking for the ones that actually won't change. Understand, somebody still got to cook at the restaurant where you went and had dinner at last night. See, everybody is going to change in their own time. Everybody's going to be ready in their own time. But you just have to create the foot traffic and go through the numbers. It's all about the foot traffic. If you want to reach the top, if you want those distribution channels, if you want the ATM, it's all about the foot traffic. That's what it's about for you. 40 people, 20 confirm, 10 show up, 5 become your business partner. Did you hear them numbers? You heard those numbers, right? So if you do 40, so imagine if that was 4. So if I tell you to contact 40 people, you've invited 40 people, but really it's 4, that means that's 2, and that means it's 1. Now what's half of 1? But you talk to everybody. So really I told you your list is 100 people. And then you want to acquire 12. You're going to acquire 12. Now you always say I am, and I'm explaining you what that means. Because yes, it means schedule a meeting in a meeting, but I'm going to show you exactly how that works. Because you are a CEO. And because you have the mind of a CEO, because you operate in the mindset of a CEO, you always remain in charge. And commit 9 months to growing your business. 9 months. Now, here we are. What will happen if you follow this system? And remember, that's 5 people a day, but don't let your minimum be your maximum. But following this system, 5 a day, this is how that works. So you will enroll your first IML Academy customer, then you acquire 3, and then you earn your money back. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that's a platinum 600. 600 means 12 people are enrolled as customers, and that's $600 a month. That's it. That's all I'm sharing with you. And that's all I'm sharing with you is because I want you to do it again. Because if you focus on only that, that is how you reach the top of the compensation plan. You focus on that, you help them focus on that. You be a servant to the ones you help, and you show them how, because what gets done gets duplicated. You do it, help them do it. Guess what? Now you've reached the top. You don't focus on the top. You focus on helping the ones that you have shared the information with that want it as well. They want to create distribution centers. You show them how to do it. You be right there and you do that. And that's how you reach the top. Now, you want to get registered. You want to get registered. You want to make sure you're completely plugged in. You want to make sure. July the 20th. I'm sorry. I have to say this. I have to share. Ladies, Women Teach Forex. We just had a phenomenal event. Phenomenal. Pips and PJs. I mean, phenomenal. And you want to make sure you don't ever miss anything. You're always where you need to be. You're always plugged in. And so if you were at Pips and PJs, if you've seen a post, if you've seen a testimony, you know how significant events are and how they are for your business, how they are for you. So our next event that's coming up is the BYOB Leadership Conference, Leadership Training and Development Conference, which is July the 20th. That's July the 20th. So what you want to do is make sure you go to BYOBchallenge.net and get registered. Get registered July the 20th. I'm telling you, you want to go to the next level, you do not want to miss this event. So I'm telling you now, you want to get registered today, tonight. You want to be registered for this event, because if you've seen a clip, a glance of a video, of a testimony, that is nothing compared to what you will experience in July. I'm just here to tell you that. So you want to be registered. BYOBchallenge.net. Also, leaders are readers. What did I say? Think it, speak it. Think it, speak it. Think and grow rich. It starts with your mindset. That's why this book is on this list. How to win friends and influence people. So we think it, then we speak it. Success on God's terms. This book is co-authored by a coach and a mentor. This book is on here because God is at the center. God is the focus. God is the center of everything that we do. You see how the book is in the middle as well? God is always the center focus. And that's why this book is on here. Cash flow quadrant. Now, we're talking about going from working for our money to our money working for us. So you want to make sure you read this book too. Your first year in network marketing, direct sales. McDonald's have a university. So you want to make sure that you invest in yourself. You get your mindset right for the journey you've embarked upon. So you want to make sure that you do that as well. Also, our calls. You want to make sure that you have it plugged in. Monday night at 8 p.m. BYOB Leadership. I'm sorry, Sunday night. I said Monday. Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. These calls are Eastern Standard Time. You're building the ATM machine. You're building the distribution center. Sunday night at 8. You want to make sure that you're plugged in, because that is the BYOB Leadership call. Tonight, Monday nights at 9. BYOB Power Start. Understand, what gets done gets duplicated. As you share this information, this call will continually grow. You will make sure that you plug in the individuals that you are helping to develop. But also, you need to be on this call till you can do this call, because it's information. Remember, you've been programmed since you were a child to go to school, get a job, go to school, get good grades, go to college, and get a good job. So you have to understand it's a shift. It's a mindset shift. So you want to make sure you're plugged in until you become this information and you understand what it is. Then on Tuesday, 7:30, BYOB 1 million family VIP call at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is for you. We are reaching 1 million families. 7:30. You want to be on the call. You want your guests on the call. You want to pack out the call. You want to make sure, because we're sharing this information, and that is the call that you want your guests on, because we're also demonstrating the tool and the BYOB cash out to show you how you can be successful and how you can take it to the next level. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 o'clock, you want to make sure that you're on the BYOB tools training. Thursday night, we live in the market. We cashing out. And also at 10 p.m., we have a talk with the finance doctor. So we almost done, but I need you to pay attention, because this is the most important. This is the power sort. This is how you share this information. This is how your distribution centers are created. So as you begin to share this information, this is how it's done. So you want to stop. You want the question that you ask someone: are you ready to accept the challenge? Are you ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank? Very simple. Very simple. Are you ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank? It's either yes or no. And then I want to ask them, over the last 10 years, out of all the money that's flowed through your bank account, how much has your bank paid you for using your own money? And then I want to know, how does that make you feel? If there was a way that you could learn a skill set to do exactly what the banks have been doing, would you take advantage of it? It's either yes or no. They answer every one of those questions correctly. They have to answer them correctly. Then they move to the next step of the process. They don't answer right, then we go back to talking about whatever it is we was talking about before. But they have to answer correctly. And then I want to sort them. Because first, what I'm going to do right there is I want to put them on a 10-minute video. But before they get my video, this is that Sam I am, because I'm the CEO. This is that Sam I am. Schedule a meeting in a meeting. I don't just send you no video. Before you get my video, I have a follow-up time schedule with you. I'm going to call you back. You don't call me back, right? I'm going to call you back. The video's 10 minutes. I'm going to call you back in 20 minutes. I'm going to call you back in an hour. See how I'm in control? They don't get to call me back. I'm in control. And when I call you back, I ask you a question. Based on what you just saw, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself? You're ready to accept the challenge to learn on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 meaning you're ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank and build a business. And 1 meaning you're ready to accept the challenge to learn how to be your own bank. 1 through 6, they have to give you a number. 1 through 6 simply means that they are ready to accept the challenge and they do not want to build a business. They do not want to build a business. They do not want to build a business. Get them enrolled. Plug them in a Facebook group. Make sure they know about Tuesday and Thursday night calls. Make sure that they are in the academy. Make sure that they're cashing out. Make sure that they understand how to enroll properly, 325, learn, put them in a position of profit. That's it. That's it. Get them on the system, get them plugged in, and we're going to have them winning. That's it. They don't need a three-way call. They don't need to know how to share the information. They don't need any of that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to talk to anybody. When they're ready, they will come on board and they will let you know. They will feel like they're a part of the family, and they will let you know if they want to do anything else. If they are a 7 through 10, they want to build a business. You get them on a VIP call. You get them on a three-way. Those are the ones you move yourself out of the way for, because those are the ones that want to build a business, but you are not the expert. Get yourself out of the way. Take a peek and pass, move out of the way. Now, those are the ones. 7 through 10 is their number. Now, remember, we also have designated expansion hubs. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., Atlanta, Houston, Tampa, Memphis, and Miami. But honestly, it does not matter. It's all about where you are. It's all about what are you doing? We are in 120 countries, so we are global. So it's all about you. So ladies and gentlemen, BYOBchallenge.net. Get registered July the 20th, tomorrow night, 7:30. Be there on that call with your guest. That is the 1 Million Family VIP call. IamTheBank.net. The exact same call that you're on right now, the exact same line. You all have a wonderful and blessed evening. And this will officially conclude this call.